Well, welcome back to one of my favourite venues, the fascinating Highbridge Reservoir fishery. You probably remember last year we came here and I was very lucky. I caught some big roach, one very big roach. We're going to mix it up. I couldn't wait to come back. I've been told the perch fishing's really good and it's autumn. I love perch, so I have got roach on the back of my mind, but we're going to try a bit of a challenge and catch some perch today, and hopefully some of the decent ones that are in this lake. We're going to start this side, see how it goes. As the day progresses, we can move around and hopefully get amongst a few. Well, we're just setting the third rod up. I'm going to keep it quite simple, all on little bombs at the moment. Just flick them around probably every 15 minutes for the first hour. Not too much bait, just to try and locate the fish. I mean, the roach, we haven't seen a roach jump, you know, since we've been here, and you're probably not going to see many today. So flicking them around, trying some short, some a bit longer. They're pretty confident feeders in here usually, so if you can get a bait and rig amongst a few roach, you know, you should start getting some indication, even if you don't get a bite or you don't hook one, and then you've got something to go on. It's always hard starting on here, you know, it's a big old reservoir. We've not fished it for over a year, so I've got nothing to go on. James, who runs the place, lovely guy, said it hasn't been fishing that well for the roach at the moment. I know it did a few weeks back, but he was honest to say that. So you just got to come and give these places a go. It's exciting. It's a nice day to be out, and we can move. We can definitely give it a couple of hours here, and if nothing happens, we can move round to the side over there, which is windier. But I don't know, it feels nice here. It's sheltered. So I'm not going to be putting a lot of bait in. The spom rod is in the car, but it's just a case of some little micro pellets and just a few of my Pacific boilies just crushed up in my fingers, and just little tiny bags, a bit bigger than a sort of marble, I guess. Just attraction to just try and you know, get a quick bite, when I'm fishing if I'm on them, I actually start to not use the bags, and I'll just be firing boilies over the top, a bit more carp style. But these bags are quite good for just pulling a quick bite down, even if it's just small fish. You could use a feeder, but I just like the bait right around the hook bait. So let's flick this third rod out and then have a little sit down, little look. Let's see if there's any other signs to go on. So on these reservoirs, they're pretty featureless. So a lot of the work in locating them is the range. Sometimes these fish are 10 yards out, 20, 30, 40. So I'm fishing short, middle. This one I'll put a little bit longer. Just 30, 40 yards maybe. So yeah, we're just searching out the water a little bit for the first hour or two, and obviously keeping an eye on the water, just in case a roach, in case they start showing. Nice tight lines, always nice tight lines for roach fishing. You can see I've got them nice and tight. I've got these sort of Springer type bobbins. That helps with the hooking and the indication. The alarm's also really sensitive. because the bites can be jerky. So nice and tight, set up sensitively, and yeah, just watching the water. And yeah, I might have a cup of tea and just have a little rethink about what to do in the next hour. With free rods as well, it is easier to find them with this sort of technique. We've not seen anything show. I think we've seen one carp. So I'm just going to flick it out. Not much further, just another sort of 10 yards or 20 yards. Just lining up with a tree on the far bank, so I know where I am. Obviously, when you get bites, you can start clipping up, measuring up, so you're hitting the same spot. But I don't want to start like that because, like I said, no idea where they are really. So I don't want to commit to one spot and it's the wrong spot. So it's roving them around with a little bit of bait, just looking for some indication. Nice lobworm, nice decent sized lobworm. We've got chopped worm. We'll add a bit of soil to that as well. Keep chopping up some worm. Got dendrobinas, they're great for chopping up. Just pack that little feeder. It's got perch written all over it, but I have caught a few big roach fishing like this as well, so it's also, the roach are on the back of my mind as well with this, but let's see what happens. There we go. Yep. Here we go, first bite of the day. It feels all right, thumping away out there. Yeah, changed over to the, I don't know why I've got my shades on, it's clouded right up, which is probably good actually. Yeah, this is thumping away nicely. What we got here? Changed over to the lobworm. Feels like a perch the way it's thumping. It feels okay, this one, Lloydie. Taking a bit of line.
I think it's a roach?
I don't know, I think it's a perch because it's, the big roach tend to kite a bit, but he's thumping a bit like a perch. Oh yeah, it's a nice perch. There we go. Lovely. I love my perch. Ooh. Now I've got a very big net. It's not because I'm expecting £5, £10 roach, it's because carp are in here, and the last thing you want to do is hook a carp and have a tiny little net. There we go. Beautiful. Well chuffed with that. If we have a few like that and maybe one or two bigger, that's going to be a good day. A nice £1 plus perch. Who doesn't like a perch? First one of the day. Stripy roach, we'll call that one. But no, lovely fish. Just nicked in the side here. There we go. Have a quick, you see they're nice and they're pale in here because of the chalky water. So they're really camouflaged once they're on the bottom. Beautiful fish. Well, I don't mind a few of these, so we're going to stick with the worms. You can see he's a good size, and you never know, we might get a real, I know they go to well over £2 in here, so one double this size, that would make my day. Back you go. Get it back out there, little funny knock. Just feel it down, always feel it down. Get your presentation nice. Sink the line. Here we go, another bite. Oh, bobbin's off. Yep. We're in again. That was a good take. Doesn't feel as big, probably another perch, a smaller one, but a better take. I think sitting on your hands, yeah, it's only a little perch, but that's what we want. We want them to go off. Come on, little fella. Beautiful. Hooked in the scissors, and that's what that rig should do. Just because it's a bolt rig, pick up the worm, go. There we go. Let's just pop that hook out. You watch this go as soon as I set it up. Look at that. Yep. Straight on the drop. Thumping away. Another nice perch, I think. I love the way the perch thump. Kick hard, look at that, lovely fish. Hooked in the bottom lip. It's probably going to just shake that hook out actually. There we are. You can just see that. They've got big old mouths there. Beautiful, lovely time to catch perch. Slipping back. Well, I can't find my worm scissors, so I'm using my little rig scissors, which isn't great, but yeah, we're chopping up some of these dendrobinas, and like you've probably seen, and I've said, we're mixing some soil, and what's important is to pack that feeder with the soil, really squeeze it in so it's hard. This is quite deep, so you want that to get down to the bottom, and then obviously that's carrying all the attraction. You don't want the feeder flushing out when it hits the water, so you want to get that down, and really only should sort of flush out a bit when you hit a fish or wind it in. We're going to reload it up now, because I'm sure I've been done on this rod. Feeder packed, worm on. Out to the same spot. Sink your line, feel it down, trying to do it all at the same time because the bites are quite quick, to be fair, if there's perch about. Just watching the tip. Not going as tight with the worm as I would with a, you know, a boilie sort of bolt rig. I'm still tight, just like so. And a few of these perch bites have been pretty instant, so I'm not going to just walk away straight. Just give it a few seconds. They obviously perch like the movement as well, so you've got the worm going through the water and a bit of cloud. And yeah, it can be quick. I think your bigger fish will always come when it's actually sat there a little bit. That sat there a bit longer actually. Same sort of stamp. Not a big fish, but nice stamp. Yeah, James who runs this place has told me they go well over £2 in here, so if we keep getting bites, you never know. See, nice hook hold in the scissors, using the sort of helicopter rig. Ooh, there we go. Always have to put their fins up, don't you? Just to check it's a perch, I guess. There we go. Lovely fish. They're not too plump at the moment, as it's autumn. But oh, steady on. There you go. We're in again. Another lovely perch. Look at these. I think I've lost count now. I've had half a dozen very quickly at least. See that big lob. Ooh, it's a pretty one. Everyone's in the scissors on this sort of rig. Here we go. Very similar stamp, nice sort of half a pound perch. We have had one over a pound. So yeah, I'm going to keep persevering. I mean, the roach rods are slow. We've had one little touch, so you know, and this worm rod could easily do a roach, but we're having fun, and that's what all-round angling's about. You've got to be versatile, and who doesn't want to catch a hatful of perch on a nice autumn day? Here we go. We've got a lob worm there. And I've just tipped it off with one of the dendrobinas. The dendrobinas are really like move a lot in the water, so they're quite good for tipping off, and hopefully just protect that worm a little bit, especially on the cast and from these small perch, ripping it off. And then yeah, pack into this feeder. See, nothing, stuff some worm in there, and then what I do is I'll squeeze more soil over the top, and like I say, I really pack it in, so I don't want it coming out. I want this to get to the bottom. So yeah, it's like just packed soil. There's another quick bite and another perch, slightly better I think, a little bit better. Really good bite. They're really fighting here. The water quality on these reservoirs is obviously really good. Look at this one, it's a bit fatter. There we go, you wanted that, look at that. Where are you hooked? Let's pop the hook out. Bit of sunshine on it as well, look. Beautiful. Well, it's clearly turned out to be a bit of a perch day. Roach fishing, couple of rods, been very slow, so I've kind of given up, which you shouldn't admit, but perch fishing's been phenomenal. We just haven't had that really big one. We've had plenty of fish, 8 ounce to a pound plus, and it's almost won a chuck. I've had a couple of little ones as well here. We've got 3 hours left. It's just gone lunchtime, and I keep looking over there, and I think we're going to move. I've got a tub of lobs left. We've gone through one tub, so we're going to get over there and concentrate. I might put a roach rod out, but I'm going to concentrate, sit with my rod, and see if we can get one of these bigger perch, and that will really make my day. So yeah, quick pack up, over we go. Well, we've just moved round here, rod out, and already a perch. The same stamp as what we had the other side, but you know, it's encouraging. Just hand this one in. Beautiful fish, they're so fitted here. That's an encouraging start. We just got to hope we can find that sort of big one. I mean, it's not always about size, is it? But it would be lovely to end on a good perch. We've got a couple of hours now. First cast. Come on, let's hope for some more. So the baits that I brought with me today to Highbridge for the roach and perch fishing. For the perch, lobworms mainly. Brought a couple of tubs, which are 100 odd lobworms. Also a big bag of the dendrobina. Fantastic baits. Add lots of movement, and obviously I've been chopping them up, packing them in the feeder, if you've seen. We could have bought prawns or dead baits. I could have bought maggots for both. I deliberately didn't bring maggots because it's not winter yet, and I don't want to be scratching around for little bits and pieces, so I've stuck with the sort of bigger baits to try and get through to the quality fish. With a roach, it's my favourite boilie, 10mm Pacific tuna frozen bait, nice and soft. I add some feed stim to that and some krill powder, dust it off. Beautiful bait, everything loves those. Also, I've got a little pellet mix here, micro mass kind of pellets, krill pellets, all sorts, just for PVA bag work, little PVA bags. If you want to look more in depth to my roach baits, we'll put a link up and you can check out last year's video where we caught a lot of roach, actually, some big roach, and I go a little bit more into depth about the boilies. But anyway, I've still got time for another cast or two. Well, we're having great fun, and I'm certainly enjoying catching plenty of perch, all around 8 ounce to 1 pound, nice fish. But being honest, I'd love a bigger one now, and there's obviously a lot in this lake of that stamp, which is great to see. So there's not a lot more I can change. I haven't brought any dead baits or prawns with me or anything like that. We've just got our lobworm approach, which is obviously deadly, it's working, so I'm just going to enjoy it, and hopefully one will come along that we can sort of hold up for a picture. But let's see how it goes. We're coming into the best part of the day now, last sort of 2 hours of light, so fingers crossed. Come on, there's got to be a big perch around that pipe, isn't there? Yeah, bit better. Well, they're getting slightly bigger. Look at that beauty. Trying to late afternoon sunshine. There's not many better species in autumn to be after. It's got me excited for going out again and trying to catch some more of these big ones. But yeah, beautiful stamper fish. Let's keep going. We might get a bigger one, but that's lovely fish. We're in again. I think it's the same stamp. It was a brilliant take though. That's the best bite of the day, that was, wasn't it? Well, what we got? Hang on. What's this? Oh, we've got a roach. We've got a roach. Oh, Lloydie. We've got a roach. I told you they like to worm. Oh, we've got a nice roach. I'm happy now. Oh, you'll do. Ooh. Oh, look at this beauty. Ignore the massive net. It's just in case we get a carp. But yeah, the roach have been hard work today. So we've sort of ended up enjoying the perch fishing. But yeah, look at that. Look at these. That's what it's all about here, really. When these are on and you're catching, you know, pound roach like this and bigger fish. Fantastic. Oh, that's really made my day to get one of these. It ripped off on the lobworm. They do love a worm. I mean, it's the best part of the day for them. So yeah, we're going to slip this back. I'm going to keep fishing for a bit just in case another few of these turned up, or a bigger perch. Beautiful. Look how thick they are. Back you go. Well, it's always the best time of the day, late afternoon, and the sun's just actually dipped down, and yeah, we've had a roach. The perch is still on the feed, so I'm going to try and make the most of the next hour. We've got that left. There you go. Yep, perch. That beast, that's a better one. That's the biggest one probably of the day so far. We'll just get it unhooked and we'll have a quick look at her. Magic. They're not the fattest this time of year, but look at that. What a beautiful autumn perch. I mean, we've just had a lovely big roach and then followed, same rod, single hair rigged lobworm. Who doesn't like that? What a beauty. Big old handful that is, isn't it? Let's get her back. Well, that's the end of today. It's been a fantastic, a bit of a mixed session, and I'm glad I kept my options open. The perch fishing has been brilliant. Okay, we didn't have a monster perch, but we had some quality fish and also a lovely roach, which made my day. It's a fantastic lake, Highbridge. Thanks to James for having us. Thanks to all you guys, all you lot that support us. Please comment below anything else you'd like to see me and Lloydie get up to, and hit the subscribe button would be very much appreciated, and I'll see you all soon.